I am from Microsens. My name is Tomasz Swieca. I'm responsible for Hungary and Eastern Europe. And today, with my colleague, we'll try to describe a little about our company, about our solution. At this picture, you can see at the right side our company in Ham. We have fabric in Ham. In this place, we made our solution. It's a very professional company, and we can produce many different devices. A little about history. Microsens is a 30 years old company, a little bit more, started in 1993. It's not a big one company, about 120 employees, mainly in Germany, but in Poland we have office, in France, in Dubai, but we sell in the whole world our devices. Now, in this year, many our solution was sold in South of America. For example, in Hungary, a little too, but I think after today describing will be a little bit more. Now I can say more a little our solution. We have 4 branch, but we focus today more on industrial solution, earth smart lighting solution. You can buy in our company fiber to the office. This is first one. Second, industrial solution. The third, optical solution and smart lighting solution. But today we will talking about smart lighting solution and industrial. Why? Because it's very easy to connect them together, and if you need industrial solution and some in some solution in your company, you can add only smart lighting, and together it work much more cheaper than you can buy it separately. Much more about it will be talk my friend engineer just like a moment and describe what you can really do. We are with Olgierd working in Poland, not so far away from Hungary. In this area, it's many customer. If you need our, if you want to try to test our solution, it's not problem. You can contact with me or my colleague. In the end of this presentation will be the information how to do it. You can come to us to our stand. We can give you some more information. Now I can give microphone to Olgierd, and please, Olgierd, continue explain about Microsens. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Olgierd Saniuk. I'm working as a technician in Microsens, and today I want to say a few words about industrial solutions and how do we connect them with smart buildings. So first of all, I would like to say a few words about usage areas, and these are energy suppliers, conventional power plants, wind power plants, railways, production/automation, monitoring, intelligent traffic control system, and mines. And we have devices in almost all of these areas. General requirements for these hard conditions are difficult conditions, high level of electromagnetic interference, difficult access, long distances between locations, integration of various services, redundancy, performance, reliability, low costs, and easy modernization, advanced management. And you will see how we deal with all of these challenges. The hardware requirements is no fans, which greatly improves reliability, wide operating temperature ranges, fiber optic, ensuring reliable transmission, no moving parts, it's quite important, power redundancy, so 2 inputs of AC or DC, reinforced metal housing, protections against electrical shock and overvoltage, and also possibility to mount the switches in the rack cabinet or on the DIN rail. Here are some norms and standards we are compliant with. These are not all of the norms and standards we support. Mostly the most important ones. Okay, and here is quite old, but still on the market. This is G6 family. This is the family of devices which are on the market for more than 10 years, and we still have customers for these devices. As in industrial, the bandwidth, the required bandwidth for the devices did not change so drastically as for example, offices. These devices are still valid. And the common point of all of these devices is that they have no fans. They can work from temperature from -40 to 75, this unit 85. They have exchangeable SD cards, which is really nice when, for example, you have a switch which is working in hard condition and the temperature is even higher. Then if the switch gets damaged, you can exchange the switch, move the SD card, and it will still be working without any person who is, without an engineer who has to be qualified to do so. You just need a person who will take out the switch and change the SD card. Other common points are the PoE ports. So in all of these next units, which I will show, we have PoE ports, PoE plus in some units, and PoE plus plus in some of them as well. And here is generally the same switch as on the previous slide, but with different placement of the ports, but the functionality and the specification is quite the same. Here is a bit different switch with lower temperature range, but this small unit can be installed outside, and this is quite commonly used by our customers who are connecting the outdoor cameras. So with this box, we can connect the cameras which are outside, and this is, I would say, nice solution when you, for example, during the planning stage, you had one camera, and now the demand is for 4 cameras. So with just one cable, you can extend this connection up to four cameras. And if you want, you can do even more. The addition for this switch now for some of the customers that need higher bandwidth, which, as I said, is not so common in the industry, you can put 10G SFP uplink additional module for the previous unit. It can also be deployed as a standalone unit. And also these units support MACsec, which is more and more needed in the industrial to secure the traffic between the switches. And this is what I mentioned about before, that we have this redundant power supply. So in all of these units, we have always two inputs of the power in case of power supply fails. Then the switch will still be on. And most of these switches are working in 2 variants, which is AC and DC. Exchangeable SD cards. As said, if the switch is gone, then you can exchange SD cards. And it doesn't mean that the switches are bad and that they fail quite often. It means that in hard environment, when the temperature goes above the temperature on which these switches can work, it is happening that these switches are dying. So for the partners, for the customers, it's quite important functionality to have this SD card. And here is also the protocol we support, which is Ring. This one is working similar to STP or RSTP. So it's secure that if you had redundant connections, you do not have broadcast storm. But the difference between this one and, for example, STP is that Ring protocol works much faster. So we have master switch, which normally blocks one of the connections. And in case of failure, if the fiber is broken, then it opens the connection. But comparing it to RSTP, which can take about 1 second to recover the traffic between the switches, this one takes maximum up to 15 milliseconds, which is also important for some of the industrial customers. And here are some of the basics protocol we are supporting. This slide is quite old, I would say. And in modern units, we also support some of layer 3 functionalities like RIP or SPF. And here is new unit, the modular one. This one supports PTP. So we have one switch that can have up to 3 modules, 8 times RJ45 or 8 times SFP. And we have one slot just for PTP module, which is also, I would say, we're getting more and more questions if our switches support this functionality because it's needed on the market. And again, to power inputs. Also, this switch without any modules has 4 times SFP plus, up to 10 gigabit Ethernet, and 2 ports that are supporting RS485. And with this special cable, you can also connect devices which are using this protocol. The different unit, 48 ports, this one does not have a PTP port, but can support up to 6 modules SFP/RJ45, and this one also supports PoE. And here is the example of this unit working as a PTP master and also as a PTP slave. So it can do both functionalities. And the last unit I want to show today, then I will go to the automation and how we do automation with these switches. Then this is the successor of the G6 family. This one generally has most of the same functionalities as previous switches, but additionally this one also have layer 3 functionalities, which is RIP, OSPF, and of course static routes. And also this one has higher bandwidth for SFP plus ports, which are on the bottom of the switch, which we can see on this drawing. Here are these 4 ports. Regarding the ring, on this one we also support other open protocols, which is not only our ring protocol, but also ERPS and MRP. And also this switch can work as PTP client, not a master. And here are also some protocols that allow us to cooperate with industrial devices, which are MQTT, Modbus TCP. We can also do scripting on this switch, which allow us to make also some automation on it. We support smart office application, which I will talk in a moment, and it is also BACnet compatible. The applications for this switch, airports, train stations, tunnels, smart buildings, and large buildings/offices. And here again, the drawing with PTP, but this time the grandmaster has to be done by other device. It can be done by our 3 slots modular switch or by other vendor, but this one can only work as a client. And where to use this PTP functionality where it's needed, it's final shunt transactions, industrial automation, subsea acoustic arrays, and smart grids. Few words about the transceivers, because all of these switches have SFP/SFP plus ports. We also sell transceivers of other types. Here is also missing QSFP56, which we also have in our offer now. And we are compatible with many vendors. We have it in various variants from 100 meters multi-mode to 160 kilometers single modes. We have BD, we have CWDM, DWM. Generally, what technology we have currently on the market, we probably will have these transceivers, so feel free to ask. And to manage all of these devices, we are using our NMP, our network management platform. And this one allows to create connections diagrams that you can put on the map. So for example, if you have a wide area with switches located between each other via many kilometers, then you can put these connections on the map, and it make it faster to find where the switch is, where the problem is. Of course, via this program, you have monitoring, you have configuration, and what I would say is quite unique is that all of the functionalities, 99% of the functionalities, are possible to configure or to check via the management platform. So you do not need to go to the CLI and configure some functionalities via SSH. Most of this you can do via NMP with some really small exceptions. What more about NMP? You can also search the devices on the layer 2, so you do not need to know the IP address of the switch. You can just connect with the server or the computer and just put search, and it will search the devices via layer 2 and show you the IP addresses of these devices. And then you can change it to other devices or change them to take the address from DHCP. Which you normally don't do because you want to have them static most cases. And here is one screenshot from our newer version of NMP. This one is web-based, which means that the server is installed on the physical machine, but the client is done via web. So you just put the IP of the server in the web browser. You do not need to install any additional software on your computer. So if you have administrator and he wants to connect with the server and with all of the devices, he does not need to have this NMP installed on his machine. And here, for example, is the drawing of the connections. And these connections are done automatically if you have enabled LLDP or CDP. And also, with this functionality, we're able to create a map with other vendors. If these devices have LLDP enabled, then the whole map will be generated. And then about smart building. How do we integrate what I showed into smart building? Generally, if you have this is the first one is the basic connection scheme, so you have directly connected the switches to the lights. Nothing smart here. Then the second step, which is still quite common, is that we have some additional controller for controlling the lights. And our solution is to have everything IP-based. This one is a bit simplified, but the idea is that if you have our switch, then the logic is on the switch. The the smart office is our proprietary application, but it works a bit like an application installed on a Docker. So the switch is doing both. It's working as a switch, of course, and it's also controlling lights, controlling valves, blinds, whatever you connect to the device. Yeah, this drawing is a bit simplified, but I will show on the next slide how it's really connected. So we have already our industrial switch in the network, and then it can be connected, of course, to the devices to which the switch normally is connected. But additionally, it can be connected to industrial elements, like some Modbus gateway, which is then connected to the industrial devices, like valves, some temperature readings. Or if the device like this one supports Modbus TCP/IP, then we do not need this additional device. We just connect it directly to the Ethernet port. We have also additional device called Smart I/O. So this unit is only for extending the number of input and output ports. This unit is not responsible for the logic, because the logic, as I said, is on the switch. And this one allows us to control valves via inputs and relays to read the measurements. If the device is showing its value via PWDM or via voltage from 0 to 10, we can read these states of the device. For example, it can be how much the valve is open. And yeah, we can read it via the I/O, and then make an action. Depends on what is configured on the switch. And this is the screen from our application, which you can also see on our stand, the Smart Director. And this application is just web-based, so we can have a monitor or tablet that is just connected to the switch, and then you will see all of these options. So you do not need to install any additional software on your devices, on these devices, to communicate user to the system. And via this we can control the lights, the temperature, the blinds, generally whatever you connect to the system. And if we have many of these devices and the system is big, of course, we want to also control it on the higher level, not only small areas in which the people are, but we also want to have a view that administrator can work with. So, for example, we have a project Puro Warsaw. This is a hotel built in Warsaw, Poland. And here, the automation is done on the whole building. The SBM, the system, is working on the whole building. Our part of automation is done in rooms. And even though we have quite many vendors in the building, we were able to connect all of these other vendors in one system. So here we have a view on the rooms on the right side, and on the left side we have a view on the floors and on the different systems. Here is, I think, the system for the ventilation, and if you click on it, then you can directly configure it from the SBM level. You do not need to log into the device. So here you have all of the readings from the system, and this is not our system, even though we were able to configure it with our SBM. The light system and the rooms, and this was fully made on our equipment, which was generally very similar to what was shown here. So here we have in the room power supply, of course, the switch, access points, and other devices which need to have access to the network. Yeah, and the lights, the valves, the blinds, and the rest. So what I would like to point is that if you have our switches in your network, it's quite easy to move to the automation. You do not need any other vendor, and you do not need to combine the technologies, even though it's possible. With these additional input-outputs controllers and smart controllers of lights, you are able to make a whole system network plus automation and control it via one system. Thank you for your time.